What's up guys? Today we got Tony in the chair and we're gonna show you guys how to do a curly brush back. Now, the last haircut I gave him, I felt like the top was actually quite long compared to the rest. This time around, we're gonna have a tighter curl, but you're still gonna have something that brushes back. We're gonna have the ability to wear it kind of like this, but also have the ability to slick it back if you ever wanted to. So we're gonna maintain a little bit of that length, but the intention is gonna be to really bring out the curls. Now, if you look at the hair, look how flat it is, look how long it is. We obviously have to clean this up. All the curls are happening on the side rather than kind of having it sit a little bit towards this area right here, which is on the top part of the head. So we're gonna focus on graduation all around. We're gonna focus on reducing some of that weight through the back. We're gonna focus on those curls really coming in nice and tight with that beautiful taper through the sides. Let's get to it. I'm super excited for this one, and it's gonna be a good one to also use in the salon. A lot of you guys always wonder how to make a haircut efficient, quick, and easy for you guys to manage in the shop hours that you're in the salon. So let's get straight to it. From the original nose all the way towards the back, center parting to really understand the head shape. Okay, and separating the back panel. Okay, same process on the other side. Okay, just like that. Okay, and now we're gonna start by making sure that we separate this back panel. Okay, we're gonna focus on the graduation through the sides first. Okay, so we wanna make sure that this is quite short in here. So again, following the same path, and there we have it. Okay, and we're gonna go around horizontally all the way through while still elevating the bottom. And the reason for this is we wanna maintain some of the length through the back. I want you to notice something as well. The first section we actually didn't touch, right? The nape length we did not touch, and the reason for that is we want that disconnection. And I'm elevating now. So that first section was elevated. This is all elevated. And look how I'm cutting this, guys. Pay very close attention. I'm going completely round all the way towards the back. This is what you need to create constantly for you to have that movement, that beautiful shape that you're looking for. And look at this, I elevate again. The occipital, being the longest point of the back of the head, is also being elevated. This is where we start working with over direction. Okay, at this point, the head position and the head shape changes, and we want to over direct to maintain weight. Back to previous. I'm not bringing it back to the nape. I'm bringing it back to previous because that's going to stack all the way towards the crown. Okay, now that section above is going to go back to previous again because now we've kept it longer. Look at this. Guideline, boom. We're gonna work this way. I'm still very meticulous, guys. I'm going a little bit faster. Okay, over directing now on the round surface, guys. But you can notice I'm very meticulous in the way I approach this haircut. Okay guys, so we got about 2 or 3 more sections left on this side before we move on. Again, just making sure we are going round throughout. This is what's going to allow us to just maintain that shape, that flow that we want for it to go back. Beautiful. Okay, and we could still maintain the curls, obviously by styling it in a way where it does sit curly. The bottom is disconnected, which we could reduce, but overall the shape is looking a lot better. Cool, so let's move on towards the other side and repeat the process. So now that the crown is complete on both sides, I want to show you guys something. I still feel like the crown was too heavy, so we're going to point cut that in. We're going to elevate and point cut that in to soften because visually it looked like a line. Now, it's very important to understand that this process, if you keep it too heavy, is a good process because you allowed yourself to create a second option and a second chance to refine. Sometimes you guys take it too short in the crown and next thing you know, you have to take the entire haircut shorter. But in this case, if I keep it too long in the crown, that's fine. This is what the whole point of this process is. Refine using point cutting, making it more natural, using complete elevation, 90 degree off the top of the head. And it's gonna sit way softer and easier for us to manage. Cool. Now that the back is complete, let's get into the sides using graduation again. As you typically would see me do, guys. Again, the shape here is gonna be vertically triangular but horizontally round. Look at this, making sure we leave that part, that being the length for the top. Boom. Okay. This is a taper, so we're gonna go really short. That's why I didn't cut any of the lengths at the bottom because look at this. I'm gonna go finger tight. Look how tight I get here. Boom. Okay. Making sure we don't pass the second knuckle all the way towards the back. We're gonna have a connecting point through the back. I'm going to work this way all the way through. Okay, that's section 1. Section 2, boom. Okay, over direct. Look at this. Again, I leave all that length for later. Guideline. And continue. Guideline. And continue. Making sure that cutting line is round. Beautiful. Okay, refine if we need to. The line could have been a bit straighter. And we're going to work this way all the way through. Okay, we're working with a lot more over direction here because we want to maintain the length through the back. Cool, now that the crown is complete, we're going to use that length and we're going to go completely square leading up to the front. We want to maintain some of that length in the fringe. We don't want to keep it too triangular and too long. We want to create balance. So we're still going to go with something square to maintain some more length. But again, very precise throughout this entire process. This is efficient. This is how I would do it throughout the salon. Look at that, beautiful. Okay, and there we go. See, we see the length in the front where that rounds off and made sure that we kept some of that length. We'll make sure we're also going round horizontally. So as we go and cut this vertically, you're going to see that the position of the head is getting closer towards me. You see just how I made that little slight, did you see how I made that little slight movement in the head? That allows me to go round horizontally and make sure that we don't keep too hard of a corner. Throughout this entire haircut, you're going to see I touch the head a lot to make sure that the direction of the head and the neck is in the way that makes it easier for me to cut. This is what allows us to have control over the haircut. A lot of you guys keep the head stationary, and what you don't realize, you're actually most of the time creating different shapes. This allows me to control the head and be in full control over the overall shape of how I want this haircut to be. All right, guys, so this is my final look on Tony. And as you guys noticed, we kept the curls. We still have that beautiful brush back, that transition from the taper into that scissor work. Beautiful seamless transition. You see that gradient effect from those shorter lengths going into those longer lengths. Nice little, obviously, outline from the contrast of the front to the sides. Guys, this is a beautiful haircut. We kept it actually slightly rounded as well to keep it a little bit more on that professional side. And with the other side, we did the same thing. So you see that graduation that leads into that beautiful taper. Again, slightly rounded off the corners, keeping it more professional, more corporate. Guys, this is my final look. Super easy for him to manage. Still kept the curls. We reduced the length and the weight from the top, so you have something that just blends in more seamlessly while still maintaining that shape, which is something slightly more square. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that one, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.